Hi there and welcome back to the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host Christopher Melotti from Melotti Media and this is episode 104. Are you overblogging and how often should you produce new content? So these are very common questions and statements that a lot of people in the marketing world and the business world say. Am I overblogging? Am I writing too many blogs? Should I be writing about the same topic over and over and over again? Well, these are some very commonly asked questions that we get from our clients when it comes to content marketing and article writing. So if you've thought about this, you are not alone. According to recent statistics, there are around 4.4 million new blog posts being published every day across so many different platforms. This is fantastic. Why? Because the more articles and blogs there are, the more information people can find to slate their content lust. Remember, today your customers are absolutely hunting for content every single day. For information, people are thirsty for it everywhere. So the question I ask you back is your brand voice part of this? Or are you remaining silent while your competitors are being found? Perhaps you're on the other side of the spectrum where you're wondering, am I producing too much content? Well, to that I say, wow, go you. Right, so let's discuss how often you should be creating new written content and address these worrying concerns about overblogging once and for all. So, content marketing. Your customers have a craving for you. Think about your daily routine. You wake up and you check your email, you check LinkedIn, then during the day you're Googling questions, you're searching for information, you ask Siri for an answer, you read up on the latest trends, you check news articles, you're scrolling through LinkedIn to find excellent content. You have a question and you ask Google. Look at all of this. Like right now, you're listening to this podcast. You're not alone. All of these behaviors are powered by content and especially by written blogs, even videos. They are written scripts. Podcasts have written scripts. All those Google searches and Siri queries are all found on blogs and articles. So as part of any robust content marketing strategy, you can see why adding new content or written content on a regular basis is vital to getting your brand seen by the people who matter, especially now in today's very competitive landscape. Yeah, you get it, right? So you get to work and you're pumping out blogs and articles like crazy. Excellent. But then this thought crosses your mind. I've already written about so many of these topics. How many more times do I have to answer them? And so the common thoughts that people think about right now is, am I overblogging? So let's put this to bed right now. There is no such thing as overblogging. Yep, controversial, but hear me out. So why is there no such thing as overblogging? Because the more you're out there, the more you get found. Also, people search in so many different ways. The more blogs you have covering a specific topic, the more chances that you'll be found and you'll be the one answering it. That's what content marketing is all about after all. So let me explain this further. So what is overblogging? It's one of the biggest fears that so many businesses have, thinking that they're creating too many blogs and articles about one particular topic. We get it, right? I get it. Each article takes time, money, and resources. This fear stems from the fact that it can seem wasteful to produce many types of content pieces that seem to overlap. However, actually the opposite is true. As an example, at Melotti Media, we've produced many different blogs that have covered a similar topic, but are written in a slightly different way or have a slightly different bent or angle. This is because people search on Google in so many different ways. For example, we've written, what is copywriting? What is copywriting for a website? What is copywriting in digital marketing? And so forth and so on. They seem all familiar, don't they? Well, they are. However, they are different enough to match a specific search inquiry and a customer type. So we write them all. This is not overblogging. This is actually smart blogging. By producing more content on similar topics that you are specialty over and that you focus on, then you're essentially casting a wider net out to the ocean of customers. The more that you communicate with your audiences in different ways, the higher the chance you'll reach them and you'll reach a wider audience and convert more leads. So at Melotti Media, we then turn all of these written blogs into podcasts, which is what you're listening to right now. That way, we're casting the net out even wider for different audience preferences. So what I'm trying to say here is that when your business focuses on a particular niche or strategy or topic area, don't be afraid to write blogs across a spectrum of different versions of that specific topic area. As I said before, writing blogs about, for us, about copywriting for different contexts is a great thing. It's not over blogging. And the reason why is because, as I said, your target customers don't all search in one particular way. They look across different channels, they inquire in different ways, they search particular keywords, and they do it all in their own personal way. So what I suggest is, instead of worrying about over blogging, the best thing to do is brainstorm with your team and say, what is our niche area and how many different angles or particular specific search inquiries or intents would those customers be searching for? So for example, if you're a finance broker, then it would be, what is finance broking? How does finance broking work? How does finance broking help commercial businesses? What's the process of finance broking, etc., etc. What you're doing is essentially, as I said, casting that net wider across that particular topic area, so you are leading the conversation, you're leading the trend. The more thoroughly that you cover this particular niche, the more that you and your brand will become known for that particular niche. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, we've covered our particular area in 5 different ways, fantastic. How can you cover it in 17 or 20 or 50 ways? It's not about repeating the same blog over and over. And that's what I just want to clarify here. It's not that you're saying the same thing and just finding different synonyms. No, what I mean is that list your content area or your specialty area and your subject type, and then look at how many different ways that that particular subject area can be asked. So again, I bring it back to our example at Melotti Media. I know, and like my team knows, that copywriting is not just searched by what is copywriting. People search it in so many different ways. So they search like, what is the ROI of copywriting? So we do a blog on that. I know that people will search, what role does copywriting play in my marketing plan? So we write a blog on that. They will also search things like, why do I need a copywriter? And how do I hire a copywriter? And should I hire a copywriting agency? And how does copywriting benefit my return on investment? How much should I be spending on a copywriter? All of these are great topics around our area that we write multiple blogs on. And the reason why is because, as I said, our target audience are asking all these questions. And so I want Melotti Media to be found for so many of these particular searches and inquiries. So this is what I pose back to you is, if you're thinking you're over blogging, you're not. If you've got a niche and you want to become a key opinion leader over this niche, then you need to look at the niche and the topic area and the subject and look at how many different inquiries and frequently asked questions and angles that you can cover that cover your specialty area, so that all paths lead to your brand. So that is my answer. No, there's no such thing as over blogging. You want your brand to be found for every single type of inquiry or question or angle that your topic or niche is there for and covers. So that brings me to my next part of this topic, which is there an ideal blog post frequency? This is the $1 million question we get asked by so many businesses and clients around the world. Everyone wants this exact magical formula to know how often they should produce blogs for their business. However, the answer to this question depends on your business's unique end goal. And that is, how often do you want to be found by your customers? If it's more, then more blogs. Simple. And I know this for a fact. During this month, which is August, we found that we had a dip in client projects for a couple of days. So what we did was we set our whole team on writing a flurry of Melotti Media blogs. And we found that as we posted more and more and more, and we found that our organic reach and our organic traffic exponentially increased on all of our tracking metrics. And so we know firsthand that this is what happens when it comes to blogging, especially when you're strategically blogging, like I said above, around those particular topic areas and particular niches. So keep in mind that every blog is different with its own goals, audiences, and niche, and all of which should be considered when determining your ideal blogging schedule. In some competitive industries that are evolving, it is highly important to produce blogs more often, such as maybe 4 to 6 times a week. And that's because, again, you want to lead that conversation. For instance, the finance and real estate industries have updates extremely often. There's always something to talk about. In contrast, some evergreen industries where information doesn't change frequently then you can probably produce less content. However, what I would suggest still is finding your niche and looking at all the different versions of that niche for you to produce content around. So what's the rule of thumb when it comes to blog topics and frequency? Look, I always say that it's safe to say when it comes to blogging, so long as you're writing quality articles that are on topic and relevant to your key audiences, then there's no such thing as overblogging. That's your answer. Done. Okay? So I get it that blogs take a lot of time and resources and strategy in order to get right. And that's what I want to clarify as well, is that it's quality and quantity. It's not about quantity only. Okay, or quality infrequently. You want to have blogs that you're producing and articles that are on topic and strategically sound regularly. Now, I get it. I get it that that's hard to do. However, that's what we do at Melotti Media. So if you need help leading that conversation and coming up with different topics and quality articles, then please come and contact us at Melotti Media. So you can reach us at melottimedia.com.au or enquire@melottimedia.com.au. We will be happy to help you. We write our blogs very strategically by quality writers, and everything gets QC'd by other team members so that you're always in excellent hands with Melotti Media. We are not a churn and done blog company. We really take the time to learn about our clients and understand their audiences and their niches, and then research all of their topic areas so that we can comprehensively cover those blogs in topic areas so that you can lead the conversation and be found by more people. So if you need help, please contact us at Melotti Media. We would love to chat. So thank you so much for listening to episode 104, Are You Overblogging? I hope that you got your answer. Please subscribe to our podcast and jump on our website, and I will see you in the next episode.